Hey guys, cool blind my back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
We're back with Haikyuu, and Kurasano is back mentally in the game because Hinata got a receive. It was awesome, and everyone's super excited.
He's never done that before.
He's improved so much. I'm proud of our boy in their fight against Inarizaki, which I also want to see win. So whoever wins, we win.
Yeah.
No matter what. Let's see who it is.
I think I had my breath held for about 85% of that episode.
Yes. It works every time.
It's so unfair. Well, we started the episode, they were in the 22 or something like that.
I think so.
And we only got up to 26. That's not the shortest time period that an episode is covered, but it's one of the closer ones. I'm pretty sure there was another one with Shiratorizawa or something where it was 1 point and then 1 point or something like that, wasn't it?
I can't remember, but now it's just back and forth. They're giving it their all.
Jeez.
Everyone's getting pushed to their limit, except for Hinata, who's just endless energy.
Yeah, dangerous. I don't think he'd find his limit before he just hurt himself, you know?
Think he's going to unlock the double jump at some point?
He acts like it, doesn't he? I thought for sure that was going to be what he did with Kageyama. All of a sudden, Kageyama jerks down another 5 centimeters because Hinata just jumped off of his knee or something.
Just bounds. Yeah, I doubt you're allowed to jump off from another player. I don't know. You can kick the ball, which is surprising. We've seen that before, but it's,
yeah, we've seen people catch it, but never you don't serve it by kicking it.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm just stressed now. This show doesn't often make me just stressed where it's just good stuff happen.
How would you like to be in that crowd when it's your brother or your kid or whatever?
Just be puking. Just everything, every liquid or slightly viscous material in my body would be ejecting from any hole it could find. Just be so anxious and nervous and stressed and how do you let that energy out? You just go outside and just start beating a wall.
Well, it's the I can't remember his name, but the one guy who was listening on his phone, he just takes off in a sprint.
Yeah. You just hear my scream as I go by the stadium door. Just
Just start running up and down the bleachers,
steps. Distracting them. I'm sure that would be useful.
They're so focused on the game.
If you were at a game and you saw your mom or dad just pelting it up and down the stairs. Up and down the stairs. Still leaning forward in their run. Down the stairs. Are you sure you'd have your head in the game?
Yeah.
I'd expect to see someone die.
But, yeah, just mistakes. But then great plays, proud of Tanaka.
Yeah.
It's Kageyama's at that level and he can do these things, but, the ones who have struggled a little more, like Tanaka making that amazing line shot, and Hinata's struggled a lot as well. Mm-hmm. Just seeing them overcome it. It's kind of what they were talking about with the geniuses. It almost makes you take the Kageyamas for granted, but then you see him mess up as well, where it's just a few more centimeters.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with that guy because people, if you're good at something, they say you've got natural talent or you're a genius or something. But, they don't give you the actual kudos, which is you worked crazy hard for this. You weren't a natural at this. You sucked, and you got this much better.
Yeah.
It's that's so much more of that's so much more of a compliment than saying that, oh my gosh, you're such a genius at that, or, oh, you're so talented. That's such a backhanded thing.
That's tough because you have the expectations, right?
Exactly. That's like, it's like, oh, you couldn't help but do this. So like,
well, it's like
it was expected.
You're genetically gifted for this thing, so like you've got to use those gifts and you've got to be the best, because like the best are like those that are gifted, but those also that work very hard in addition to that. Like,
and sometimes the things that you work really hard on are the things that nobody else has to work really hard on. Like Hinata is just crazy. He loves attacking so much. And it's like Tsuki doesn't really attack too much. And as soon as he says, like, having like enough space in between me and the net for the run up and such, and it's like, gosh, like that was immediately my thought when I thought about like, oh, attacking so much, because like knowing how many footsteps it was going to take, it always seemed like I'd mismeasure or something, and you'd end up with that like extra long leg reach that like bends your knee backwards slightly and you kind of get off balance. And it's like, oh, yeah. But nobody's going to say like, good job, Suki. Like you did that fairly basic looking attack or something like that. They're going to say like, oh, you amazing blocker. It's because you're so tall. It's like maybe the things he works the hardest at aren't just, his height or something like that.
Yeah.
Just I don't know why. Just
I did like Suki, like in his mind, giving props to Hinata. Like, how does Hinata do this? Like, runs up for every play as if that like he's going to be the one that hits it.
I mean, he freaking believes.
But yeah, it's just like never giving himself any sort of rest or anything. And yeah, it's not like, in football, like
way too much resting.
Well, yes, but like, you're sort of calling like you normally know you're going to be on offense, and like like you're going to call this play or whatever. And like, yes, the person who you're expecting it to be might not be open, but like you normally have some idea. But like in volleyball, like where that ball comes, now you're just the person to receive it, kind of in a way, Like
yeah.
I feel like you have to be so much more on your feet at all times.
Your brain's
Just
got to move fast. And it just, I don't know if everybody has to do that, but like needing to prep yourself to always be willing to just move. And not just like moving in the comfortable ways, but like the way every time Daichi receives a ball in the back row, I know it's because they probably just, they illustrated one version of it, and that's like the same shot they use over and over, or whatever they do. But he always does that thing where it's like one leg straight out the side, then he's like crunched in on the other one to get this really huge reach. And it's like, those are always the balls that came at me, and I can't remember a single time when I got one that as I was going down, and if I caught it, it still didn't make me happy because I knew I had to stand back up.
That's just where training comes in.
Oh, it was the worst. And every time I see Daichi do that, I'm like, oh, he's got so much in the gas tank. That's so impressive to me. Yeah.
No, it's super impressive. Not a lot left. We'll see how this ends.
You say that, but like, who knows how many points it'll be.
I mean, I think the game will end next episode, and then we'll kind of have the prelude to the next match of whatever that's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Or, everybody like shakes hands. It's like, haha, next year, or whatever they say.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Then let's go. Thank you guys for joining us for our reaction to Haikyuu. We're almost done with season 4. If you want to see the rest of it, you can right now over at patreon.com/blindwave, or go beyond at blindwave.com, where you can see early access for this and the other catch-up shows that we're doing. You can also watch along full-length using your own footage.